मटर गश्ती खुली सड़क में तगड़ी तड़क भड़क में
Coming on to that, please. When will you join Twitter?
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, day after, next day. I don't know. Right now, I've kept away from the temptation, but never say never. I don't know.
And it's been 8 years for both of you in the industry.
Yeah, many congratulations for that.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
you. How has the journey been so far?
It's been lovely. It doesn't feel like 8 years. Our film released on the same day 8 years back. But we feel so much of love and so much of gratefulness towards media, towards the audience, towards people from the film industry, because they've really given us chances. They've really given us a lot of pats on our backs, a lot of brickbats, and everything. And it's been such a wonderful journey that I only look forward to the next few years. The films that Deepika does in her life, the films that I myself do, and really grateful for everything.
What's your favorite film that both of you have done together?
Well, we've only done two, but I would say Tamasha.
I think for both of us, in a strange way, my first film with Imtiaz and his first film with Imtiaz, he as a director has opened something within us. To me, it happened in Love Aaj Kal when we were working together. I felt like I was transforming as an actor. I was discovering new things about myself. I had started enjoying my craft. And from what I hear from Ranbir, I think it was a similar experience for him and Rockstar. It's not that he had not given phenomenal performances before that. But there's a certain understanding or equation that we share with Imtiaz, where I think even in Rockstar he started understanding his characters with a little more differently, with maybe more depth or whatever it is, that they discovered with each other. So, but I also feel like in a way Ranbir and I both look up to Imtiaz in a sense. Things that he tells us, good, bad, whatever it might be, I think we take it very, very seriously. So we admire him, we look up to him. There's almost like that mentor and what do you say, mentor and student sort of equation. But without the sternness and the strictness, while it's that, it also has the ease of friends. He's someone who's non-judgmental. You can talk to him about any aspect of your life, whether professional or otherwise. He shares about his with us, and we take each other's suggestions and opinions very, very seriously. She's so
through
stiff.
the years.
No, I think the first impression I had of her was, see, when Om Shanti Om came out, Deepika became the darling of India.
Yeah.
It was accepted from the first film itself that this one is someone who's going to challenge the greats of Indian cinema. But I think when we worked together in Bachna Ae Haseeno, we both were so new. We were both trying to find ourselves, both trying to kind of understand films. So it was like a little bit of togetherness that was happening. But then when I worked with her after a period of 3 years on Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, that's when I just realized that, what a jump this actress has taken, this person has taken. Her understanding, her grasp, the way she's expressing emotions, she just kind of got it. And that was very heartwarming to see.
It's obviously not the most ideal situation. I think that it is correct in its place as far as the film is concerned, as far as the journey of these two characters are concerned. And more than anything, I'd like to believe that we're people who would not do something provocative to sensationalize a film. It's done in a very aesthetic manner, and it's done because it's correct for the film, it's correct for those characters and for the journey that they're going through in the film. Having said that, I think we respect their decision, and if they feel that's what is correct, then we go with that.
Yeah, we didn't really have a problem. I don't think it was as severe as reported.
Yeah.
It's not that they've cut something. It's not that we kind of challenged.
They actually, in a way, paid us a compliment. They said that the chemistry was a bit too much for them to handle. So I think it's it's not going to affect our film, honestly.
Yeah. But to be honest, it's an ongoing debate, in everyone's mind, because India is such a progressive country. There are new filmmakers coming in. Actors are becoming brave to kind of experiment with different characters. So yes, we want a certain kind of freedom to express ourselves through certain films. Deepika, me, Imtiaz, we all are responsible artists. We're not going to kind of do something on screen which will impact the society in a negative way. We want to make a positive impact on society through our movies. But you know, having said that, you know, the censorship or the people involved, we respect them. But taking things forward, I hope that they can become a little bit more lenient and a little bit more understanding, a little bit more open-minded where art and films are concerned.
This one's for both of you. Since it's Diwali, tell me your favorite memory of Diwali. You've done a few ads with your partner, right?
Yeah, I just did one with my parents, and I think exactly like the ad says, I think the beauty of it is how predictable it is. The fact that you know that you're going to wear new clothes, the fact that you know you're going to celebrate it with your family, that there's going to be a certain ritual or a certain routine, that at this time a puja will happen, your mother will call out to you in the same way, the gifts will be distributed, sweets will be distributed, everyone will sit together and eat, you do a puja, you know, you light crackers, you light the diyas. I think that's the beauty of it, that some things never change.
And for you, Ranbir?
Pretty much, you know what she said, it's always been like a very family-oriented festival, you know, where we make sure that, you know, we are with family. I go to my grandmother's house, I go to RK studio, we do a Lakshmi Puja at home, wear new clothes, give gifts to you know, your staff, your loved ones, and then we go to the respective parties. Parents go to, you know, their friends, we go to our friends. But I think this year everyone's going to go to Amitabh Bachchan's house because he calls the whole fraternity, you know, to celebrate. And it's always fun, you know, because everyone's under one roof, and you know, there is a lot of positivity, there's a lot of happiness, a lot of, like, you know, complimenting people about their work, a lot of criticism. So it's a good time for everybody to come under one roof and celebrate. I'm sure they have, and they should be. You know, it's not in a way that it's conflicting in a way that we've had fights. But Deepika has a very strong opinion, I have an opinion, Imtiaz has an opinion. So if she doesn't feel right about something, you know, filmmaking is not dictatorship. It's about, you know, everybody coming in together, you know, with their ideologies, with their take, and it's a marriage of thoughts. And I think we enjoy that also. You know, I've never worked on a film with Deepika where it's been like, no, we have to do it this way and you just do it this way. It's a lot of give and take, it's a lot of improvisation, a lot of care and respect for each other's work and talent that we can take things forward. Of course, you know, I mean, from my first film was a big disaster, you know, when it released. So I feel the pressure, I feel the heat. You know, I feel that the audience trusted me and you know, paid their hard-earned money to come and see my movie, and I didn't entertain them. You know, I let them down. So I feel that I have to work at it. You know, I have to kind of earn their trust. Because there's nothing like a box office success. You know, we're not making movies for ourselves. We're not making movies for critics. We're making movies for audiences. And the least we can do is make good, engaging, entertaining films.
I haven't signed anything.
So what's the plan?
I don't know what the plan is. There's no plan actually. I think I have been listening to some, reading some scripts and meeting some directors, but I'm not in any rush. I think I've had a good year this year with Piku and now with Tamasha and Bajirao Mastani coming up, and I think it'll take me a while to get over that and actually sink my teeth into something else.
And you know, to be honest, I've been in touch with Deepika since Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. We worked together and all. She's actually worked the most amongst all the newer lot. You know, she's had actually Cocktail, Chennai Express, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, Ram Leela, Race, Piku, Tamasha, Finding Funny, Happiness. That's a lot of films that happened in 2 years. Yeah.
See, I think I don't understand the question of dream role. Honestly, I think my attempt as an actor is to take on whatever film or role that I find exciting and make that a dream role. You make it as exciting and challenging, and you hope that in the process of making certain films and playing certain characters, you make them iconic. And make them exciting for yourself. So I'm happy to, you know, play the girl, this so-called girl next door. For example, I'm just giving you an example. Play this girl next door sort of character, but still make it challenging for myself and make it exciting and interesting.
Were you worried about him after the Bombay Velvet's failure?
Was I worried about him?
Yeah.
Not at all.
As a friend?
Not at all.
No, okay.
He knows what he's doing, you know, and it doesn't surprise me because I think that everyone's career goes through its ups and downs.
Right.
What you can't take away from someone is their talent, which he's, you know, there's abundance of that and
yes,
more.
Actually.
And he's also very, very hardworking. He's not someone who takes his lineage for granted. He's not someone who takes his work for granted, and he's not someone who takes the audience or the film for granted. I've also been through a phase in my career where some of my films back to back did not work, but we all know, I think with certain maturity you realize that it's a part of everyone's journey and everyone's career, and it's only going to make him a better person.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But to be honest, in the last 10 days, I have been taking drags and illegal drags. But I've been a 2-packet smoker, and to be honest, when you're young, it's fine. You have good hormones. You say?
Hormones, not a harmonium.
Sorry, hormones or genes. Yeah. But as I was growing older, I reached 31, 32. Because I'm an actor, I'm in a visual medium, I felt like my skin was aging, I was looking older on screen, your stamina gets a bit lesser. So I did it for that purpose. Also I wanted to be healthy, and I hope that, being an actor, I can give inspiration to people who want to quit smoking, because I was a big smoker, and when you give it up, trust me, life is so much better. You have so much of free time to think about other things instead of thinking of lighting a cigarette, and it feels great. I feel more alive. I feel like a better person.
Real life?
No, I'm very aware of social media. Let me tell you, I've gone as a ghost. Yeah, and I go plenty of times as a ghost.
I had to put out a tweet, and he's like, no, don't use this emoji. Use this one. Like he was showing me which one.
So I'm very much aware of it, but I've spoken about this a lot, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. Like I said, never say never. Social media has become such a big platform, today, and especially in the field of films that we come from, it's very important to be relevant on such a platform. So hopefully, I can muster some courage and come on it. Right now, I'm not on it because I feel against it. I'm just not on it because I feel less confident about it. But he's been like that since I was born. He always invites trouble at home with my mother. Okay. So I didn't expect any less.
He's very entertaining.
And he speaks his mind, and that's what's really good about him. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think in this country you can't really speak your mind. Anything you say is misconstrued, and especially if you're an actor, every word, every philosophy, every thought, every picture has so much of interpretations that it's hard. But I don't think he really cares about that. He's going to continue speaking his mind.
One last question. You've really done it very well when you've done the Devanand bit in Matanashti. How did you prepare for it?
I did, because I'm not a good mimic artist, so I worked with a mimic artist. He trained me for a week, and I think Imtiaz just writes such good dialogues. He writes such good scenes that it's not really an actor's performance, but it's the kind of the scene and the vibe of the whole world that works. But I'm really happy, that I've got a chance to pay homage to Dev Saab in a movie.
Nothing has changed. Nothing will ever change, and nothing should ever change.
Okay.
We were actually 2 days back. He had a celebrity dinner because I was coming back, and then we went to a bar. So I went, but Imtiaz told me that he spent a good 2 hours with her, and I think it's a similar conversation that probably he had during Love Aaj Kal, where he just talks to her, and he's so happy to kind of hang out with Deepika, and he always tells me, "Yeah, this girl has something, this girl has something which he still has not discovered yet." So I think there is a lot more that Imtiaz has to discover Deepika, that he's going to work more with her, give her another challenging role, and I think that's always exciting for actors, that when you work with directors twice, there is not much that you can surprise them with, because they know you so well, they know your look that you're going to give, or when you're happy how you're going to act. But I think Imtiaz feels that Deepika, there is no set pattern, she's someone who's like a volcano which will just come out in any form.
Okay. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Happy Diwali.
Can I have an autograph?